Alrighty, it's almost bedtime, but I gotta stay up for a Zoom call. It's almost 9 p.m. Paid for these Zoom calls, so I'm gonna go. That's how I am. If I pay for things, I make myself use them. I paid for a lot of books. Still haven't read them. Getting around to them though. Checking them off. I've paid for a lot of online courses that I haven't finished. I think that's pretty common though. So pretty sore, a lot of pain, a lot of fatigue, overwhelm. But I'm okay. I'm okay in here. I'm okay with it. It used to freak me out because I was just terrified about how I would be able to take care of myself in the future, and if I couldn't control these feelings, these sensations, if they would just get worse and worse and worse. But I've lived with them long enough and dispelled enough illusions, stopped paying attention to shit that infected my mind with fear about how dangerous the world was, which just made me think about how much more I needed to do in order to protect myself. And that made me lament more of the fact that I had so little energy to do the many things that I felt I needed to do, not to mention the things I wanted to do, and wasn't doing those enough. I did ketamine today. I have a few doses left. It comes in these little squares, and I think I have 4 left. I did it a few years ago for the first time, and it was very useful at the time. It's not really that useful now. It's another case of me just going through shit because I bought it now. I don't really feel like I need to take it anymore. But it was useful at the time because it showed me that it was possible to be a witness, an observer of all of the extreme discomfort without really giving a shit. It showed me that as a possibility. And I really felt almost like when I was taking it that, oh, I've got it now. And then it would wear off and I realized, okay, I'm back in the same shit. But at least while I was on it, it showed me, okay, I can experience all this pain without being affected by it. Because it didn't take the pain away. It was there. But I was in a dissociated kind of state in which it just didn't matter. So it doesn't have quite the same effect anymore. It does that a little bit for me, but it used to give me about 2 hours of that. And every time I would take it, I would lie down on the couch mainly. So I'd be leaning back, eyes closed, no sound, no stimulation whatsoever. Just me with myself. I notice when I do it in the bed, it doesn't work quite as well for whatever reason. Maybe it's the room, the light, I'm not sure. But anyhow, it is useful if you've experienced a lot of pain to have that kind of experience of being a pure witness and not being affected at all. Because it showed me it was possible. And so I think I'm getting more to that place now where I'm just less and less affected by the onslaught because it's pretty much 24/7. I lament a lot about the couple years that things really took a nosedive. But I was becoming more and more spiritual at the time, more and more dedicated to God, not saying that I was doing it purely out of fear, not out of faith. Well, there's some faith there too. That's not really fair. It's not fair to myself to say that. But it'll take a little bit more than a short video to parse all that out. But I just thought I'd talk a little bit about ketamine today, since I guess that was the most notable experience. We had a shitload of starlings in the backyard. I was teaching my son to drive the other day, and huge flock of them were down in that parking lot. We were guessing about 2,000. And several hundred are in the backyard today, up in the trees, and they're noisy as hell. And they raid the feeder, the suet. I stopped feeding them suet for a while. I fed the other birds suet, but the starlings would find it and devour it very quickly. And so when I stopped putting out suet, they didn't come back, but now they're eating the damn birdseed. So we'll see. Things come and they go. The Orioles are back though, which is nice because they haven't been back in late summer before. Usually just get them in April, May, and June. So I guess I'm just kind of babbling now, but whatever. Just getting used to making videos for the time being. Yeah, if you're in a shitload of pain though, I have a lot of pain right now. You know, it's an 8 or above. I don't even bother fucking measuring anymore. But suffering is different. You know, I was still able to go for walks today. I jump roped. I played lots of music. I read. I did lots of things today. I also rested quite a bit too. It stopped me from living quite as full a life as I'd like to, but it didn't stop me from doing a bunch of things. And I was, the time that I was not actively doing things, I was fully with it. But, I mean, if your symptoms are as strong as mine, it does take a while to get to the place that you're largely unaffected by it. At least you're not catastrophizing anyway. I'm affected by it in the sense that I'm not like leaping out of bed and jumping off the walls. I'm not fully inhabiting the identity that I would like to be, but it's not putting a dark cloud over me at the same time. So, anyhow, that'll do it. I'll be back tomorrow.